It is very important to understand the hydrogen peroxide lift and deposit actions, because by knowing which volume lifts and which volume deposits, you would not make mistakes in hair coloring. So let's look at the 5-volume peroxide. 5-volume peroxide is very good for depositing. So it makes complete deposit, almost no lift. It doesn't remove a lot, it deposits. So if you want to deposit darker colors to the hair, you can use 5-volume if the hair porosity permits. Also, if you want to make any permanent color into a toner, you can use 5-volume to make the permanent color into a toner on bleached hair, which is safer, milder. 10-volume peroxide does more deposit than lift. So more deposit, very little lift. Again, if you are going darker or you want to add color to the previously colored hair or the natural hair, 10-volume is good to go. 20-volume is the most versatile and my favorite. It has equal amount of deposit and equal amount of lift. Now, the lifting action happens first actually because the first 15 minutes of your coloring, the peroxide starts working and lifting along with the ammonia of the color. Then the next 15 to 20 minutes, the depositing action happens. So if you left the color on your client's hair for 15 to 20 minutes and you saw some lift and some color change and your client said, oh, this is okay, let's remove the color, it would not be the right color. All you would see is the brassiness because you lifted the melanin pigment but did not deposit what you wanted to deposit, did not add the actual color, not natural, the actual color. So let's say we are going to medium brown hair and you want to put ash brown to counteract with the redness of the hair. If I apply the 20-volume peroxide color peroxide mixed with the hair color on the client's hair for 15 minutes, I have lifted that hair, and if it's level 6 result, then the undertone is red. Now, if I wash this hair color now, 15 minutes later of application, it is too soon. That means the client would be left with the red undertone, but that's what we were trying to do. We have to put the ash tone, which comes next, 15 to 20 minutes, to deposit that color into the cortex. So, first 15 minutes to 20 minutes, we are removing melanin. That's all we're doing. Melanin is the coloring matter in the hair. The second 15 to 20 minutes, we are adding our pigment, our color pigment that was mixed with peroxide. So please understand that and leave your color as long as the manufacturer indicates to get the positive result. Now, 40-volume peroxide is complete lift. It lifts a lot. It can lift a couple of levels of hair color, 3, 4, depending how porous the hair is and what was colored, what color was put into the hair. If the hair is virgin, it will lift pretty well. And if the hair has been colored, then 40-volume hair color plus mixed with hair color would not lift. So complete lift, we're talking about the virgin hair and very little deposit. Now, I talked about the hydrogen peroxide action, lift and deposit action for the hair colors, mixed with the hair colors. It is different with bleaches, and when I do my bleach class I will talk about it more. But with bleach, if you want very little bleach, you can use 10-volume, but for me 20-volume and 40-volume are the most versatile for the bleach. 20-volume lifts slowly, 40-volume lifts faster. Alright? And of course there is more damage with 40-volume peroxide to the hair than 20-volume. That's why we say if the hair allows, if the porosity and the texture allows, then use the 40-volume. Alright? There's also another trick we're going back to hair coloring, of lifting natural hair with the volumes. If you add more peroxide, let's say my manufacturer says for a particular color, I can have 1 ounce of color to 1 ounce of peroxide, right? Now, if I want to add a more lifting, color removing power, I'm talking about the natural color, I can do double peroxide. So if I have maybe level 8 blonde and I'm putting this blonde on a dark brown hair, dark natural brown hair, which is the natural virgin hair, I can do, instead of 1 ounce of color to 1 ounce of peroxide, I could do 1 ounce of color to 2 ounces of peroxide using a double peroxide method to lift a color. Also remember from my previous hair coloring classes, I was explaining about the level 12, level 11 and 12, which have more ammonia and more lifting power. If you do the double peroxide with the high levels, 11 and 12 high lift levels, you will get a maximum result of lifting with the color. If this does not lift, then you have to go with lighteners, which are the bleaches. So it's very important to remember that hydrogen peroxide has acid pH. pH stands for potential hydrogen. And of course, hair color is alkaline. Together, hydrogen peroxide and hair color balance each other. So if the hair color is very alkaline, hydrogen peroxide brings down the pH of the hair color, aniline derivative tint, and ammonia. Ammonia also is alkaline. I will have a separate pH class that I would use hydrogen peroxide and pH paper together so you could see how acid or alkaline the colors are. And also various different chemicals used in cosmetology.